All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Gold, as you all know, and I welcome to Coquel radio and television stations. Station where they giving a back to back as the suburb as it happen everywhere. Still on top this Wike and FUBURA matter, on top this river crisis where they happen, where they suburb everywhere these days, where it ain't just the trend. It has come to our hearing that Robert Clarke has come to say one or two things about the interventions of Bola Ahmed TINUBU in a River State crisis, political crisis. Now, this is why he said, this is what Robert Clarke just said. He said, according to Nigerian Constitution of 1999 Constitution does not empower the president to intervene during a political crisis of the state or local government level. So, therefore, TINUBU has no constitutional rights. Bola Ahmed TINUBU, as a president of Nigeria, has no constitutional rights to intervene in a River State political crisis, says Robert Clarke. Let's listen to him and hear what he just said.
Do you want me to answer?
So, constitutional role of the president in this matter, does he have a constitutional role?
The constitutional role of the president in all this fracas.
Yes, sir.
There should have been none. Because we were not expecting it, none has been provided for. The only constitution that allows the federal government to put its mouth in a local or this thing is during the First Republic, when a declaration of emergency was declared in West. If you find that from Delta State today, the infringement may become something bad, declare Delta State, call the National Assembly, tell them to declare Delta State a place where there is a constitutional crisis, and then appoint a commissioner or whatever, as we did during Majekodumi's time, and then we start afresh. All this running around Odongbodoru. The president has no power. He knows that. The best legal brain cannot help him. You can't bring Robert Clarke to come and change the law to enable the president to come and intervene. Under what constitutional provisions? So the law by itself, as of today, did not provide that there will be a problem in Delta State. The problem in Nigeria is that we all Nigerians, we are all crooks. All what we are running after today is power and money. Power and money. Those two elements. And where do you get it in Nigeria? If only from politics. If you count down the 50 governors who have served Nigeria since 2000, ask them to come and show us their bank account. You will be shocked. Today, you will be shocked how many of them, how they have been able to produce thousands and billions. We have to ask ourselves, is politics in Nigeria meant only for politicians? Is politics in Nigeria meant only for politicians? Why cannot people like us, Robert Clarke, contest an election without joining a political party? Why do we need a political party? This is the problem we have in Nigeria today. No other person can change it than these national people there. And they will not do it. They will not do it.
All right, so you're welcome back. On this note that Robert Clarke just said recently about the Nigerian constitutions, me I believe say the way Nigeria is suburb like this now, the way the whole political system, the way the election period or exercise went, I don't think there's a room for any other department or any political empowerment to have a respect or to give respect to Nigerian constitution. You know why? Because right from the local government chairman right from the honorable and whatever to the governor, to the ministers, and to the presidency, to the governors, are all wrong. There was no respect, there was no room for a constitutional law to come on board or to be exercised. All right, for instance, look at the whole presidential elections, how it went. There was no constitutional law to be well written that okay we can cite it from afar. Say we say and say we get constitution for Nigeria. Even the Nigeria himself don't lose hope. I mean, you don't understand. Say Nigeria don't get constitution where they work. No, we have a constitution, but we don't have a working constitution. You know the work. You know they have our blood. You know say corruption. Now our blood for Bodo Nigeria in the suburb. We dey drink corruption. We dey sleep with corruption. We dey chop corruption. We dey wear corruption. Even we dey talk the corruption. So Robert Clarke, for Bola Ahmed to come and intervene or put his mouth into this political crisis means he himself does not have the understanding or do not have a respect or regard for Nigerian constitution. You know why? He's bigger than that. That is the way I see it. He's actually bigger than that. All right, so he never finished. Women, the Minister of Women Affairs don't come again. No. Wahala, no they finish for Nigeria. You don't get what you know they see. Nigerian people, kudos to now. Una struggle. Thank God I'm not from United Nigeria. United America. I am a black American. I don't be Nigerian again though. It's okay. As we go further, the Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy, don't come out to say, he don't come out and talk, he don't call the security agency. They listen, he called the whole security agency and said categorically that they should stay off. They should stay off women from where? From women should not pay tax. That is, women should not be paying tax. And that is the reason why women cannot pay tax. And that women should not pay tax. You know why? Because even him as a minister, we don't know how he himself they pay tax. Make on hear what he talk first before I call support on top these women affairs matter.
Supposed to be grateful to me that I even paid any tax at all. If you had carried out your homework well.
I remember on the Senate floor you were asked by one of the senators about your income tax because between I believe 2017, 2018, 2019, the largest amount you declared as personal income was 1 million naira. And then 3 years later, you were able to buy a phone that's 30 million naira.
Yes.
So the assumption is that your personal income was larger than what you declared on the phones.
No. Number one, with the charity I've been doing, building health centers with personal funds, donating it to interior villages. I'm not supposed to pay any tax at all.
All right, welcome back once again. Hey, Minister of Women Affairs, you try well. Why you not go talk say that women should not be paying tax? Please, my first question to you, ma, is woman, they're not part of Nigeria. Woman get your own country or for somewhere. Well, I wouldn't have you to be blamed actually, because you are not paying a tax actually, and you know the importance of tax. But I'm not going to even blame you the first because even the president, you know, they pay tax. Now, because the corruption is everywhere. Because no one in the presidency now is ready to play along in accordance to Nigerian constitution because they don't dabaru. They don't dabaru everything. Now, they never dabaru. If they don't dabaru, our Nigerian election, presidential election, you get in mind the next chairman get in mind the come and say there's a can they come be glitchy? Oh God. That is where you will know, say, everybody that is come on board through INEC, corruption, Muhammadu Yakubu, they not go, they ready to respect the Nigerian constitution. pay the tax. In fact, you know the funniest way the way even vex me apart from this whole matter. Instead, Nigerians should be thanking her for paying the tax. Why? Are you not a Nigerian? Abi be obodo Igbo. Where them born you? Are you not be Nigeria? They born your great-great-grandfather. Not be Nigeria today. So why should Nigerian thank you, say a word of thanks or a word of appreciation? Say, make concept, Madam, well done, thanking you for paying your tax. And you live in a country where you know this tax is part of the thing, though we use in running the federal government affairs. Even though the tax, some people they support them for their pocket. Though, make gonna hear how this my people arrest TV. They can analyze this woman matter and sweet me that.
Not the person there, but I'm rooting for that office because, and I'm rooting for all the women who are represented in this cabinet because we don't even have the numbers that we want yet. We don't have up to 35% as promised by the president, but we have some women there. So what you want to see is that these people are championing the cause of women. The first thing that this interview does, before I attend to the tax matter and the budget, is that there's no clear understanding of gender roles, gender equity, gender diversity for this woman that's critical to her role. And that's quite a shame because she's representing more than half of the population of Nigeria. And so you don't expect that she has a full grasp of the issues that face women, not just about buying sewing machines and things like that. We've moved beyond that. Now to the tax issue. Just to break it down, that number one, you cannot say that because you do charity work, you are exempted from paying taxes. And this is why people criticize the process of interviewing the ministers by the Senate.
Absolutely.
That due diligence wasn't done. The first thing was, how was she cleared? By security agents when she was not paying tax in Nigeria. There are certain contracts you can't obtain from the federal government if you cannot demonstrate that you've been paying taxes.
Absolutely.
I don't want to, what she said it, I was going to say I don't want to presume that she's not been paying. But it is almost unbelievable to say that she'll earn 1 million naira.
She said you should be lucky.
And this woman also came on the show and talked about how even with some of the initiatives from the women's ministry, she can take them by herself. She's a businesswoman. She owns, she's quite accomplished. So it's difficult. And then we go on to the area of role modeling. Not just for women, but even Nigerians as well. Leaders must lead by example. How can a federal minister come out to say that paying tax is doing a favor, that we should be lucky that she's paying taxes, when there is a massive drive to widen the tax net to ensure that more people are paying taxes, so not just a few people are funding this economy? It's mind-boggling. There are many statements that have been made that you ought to have received some kind of invitation to come and answer, like a professional query.
Absolutely.
As to how can you go out and say this as a federal minister. We need to hold our ministers to a higher account, to higher standards, and demand for more. I don't want them to make this ministry a joke, that's Ministry of Women Affairs, so that you just put it as just let anybody go there. They are real issues around the world. These are real. We had Professor Ijoma Echegbu just a few minutes ago, where she was talking about her fight for gender diversity. Did you hear what she said? Her proudest moment was changing policies, changing things for generations to come, not buying deep freezers and sewing machines for women, and talking about how we are lucky that she's paying taxes. There are deeper issues, and for me, it's a bit disheartening that such an important role is made such a joke of. Yeah. I think it's very sad.
Sorry, has she sued the United Nations?
Well, we are still waiting for that. I haven't seen that.
If she doesn't sue the United Nations, that's where Wahala will start. Well, they have to sue the United Nations.
Well,
lawyers are ready to take briefs.
Thank you, my dear sister. God bless you. God, he go bless you. If you never marry, you go marry better husband. We get respect, we they responsible. And if you don't marry your children, not go be like you not go they corrupt like Muhammad Yakubu. All right, number one, Minister of Mrs. Uju Kennedy. Your responsibility as a woman affairs, as a Minister of Women Affairs, I'm not sure if she has even been able to carry out maybe let's say 50% of her assignment as a Minister of Women's Affairs. We have thousands and millions of women outside there, children outside there who are being rough-handled. There are cases outside there who are supposed to be attended to. Did I get response from you? What is your impact? That is the prophecy that she just showed us. Then, I mean, you should be concerned not about the tax issue. It's a responsibility of every Nigerian citizen making the pay tax. If they see me so, I they pay my own. Directly or indirectly, all Nigerian citizens are paying. So you as a minister, if I tell reach there, how you take a reach there where you collect? When I did a federal government job, I dug 3 boreholes with my company. I paid tax. I paid my tax. In fact, before federal government won't say mobilization, they minus their tax. Tax and VAT was minus from the 30 million naira job. What I now say, you as a minister, you can't come outside, they talk rubbish, say, make women. So now we men come this world, come suffer. We go come out to go look for where we go job, we go see expect to say, make us see the pay tax for now. No, na lie. You know go suburb, you know go happen like that. How did we manage that minister seat? But because I believe we did clarification when there will be a clarification on trying to analyze all things as in Nigeria, because even as a YouTuber we pay tax. So why should a minister not pay tax? Say make with a tank come, say he to pay tax. That is what we are saying. Because there is no regard, there is no respect for Nigerian constitution. And that is why the whole thing is going, it's going off-sided. It's going off-sided. It's not going accordant because even the leader himself, Bola Ahmed TINUBU, has breached the constitutional laws. Why with all his subordinates not breach the law of the constitution of Nigeria? When they had it done or two, how the body want to be? It go down. Yes, that is the matter. So, for this junction, me, I want to come and matter. Before they go to say, I talk to but say, what it concern me, concern to go. Make I live in this man, make it so. No, I don't need, I don't go to come for this junction. No, I don't hide it. Because it is a mother.
Oya,